took a pill, so I just lost my mental. Slide up in that lamb, they know this not a rental. I know you don't like me, but I know you're still. Diamonds on my feet, ayy, Christian Louboutins, ayy. Japanese, yeah, always on her knees. Whoa, pull up in that lamb, yeah, 205 top speed, yeah, pull up the Hellcat, yeah, 6A SRT, yeah, you cannot see me, yeah, camel all on me.
Demon, okay, maybe you are Opium. Okay, maybe you are. It's because college in UK is different. Okay, true, yeah, the school systems is hella different in across the world, true.
He didn't want to do. So he stopped going.
But 17 though? Oh my fuck. Yo, you realize you gotta like pay for your own books? You gotta maybe the UK niggas are smarter than the average American, you feel me, citizen.
This move would change his life forever. Being out of college, Lancey needed one thing: money. He would end up doing things around East London, trying to make enough money to live off. I can't and won't elaborate. But doing this, one random day was going to start everything for Lancey. He was going to pick up some money. We'll just assume he was dropshipping for monetization purposes. To pick up the money, he had to go meet a bloke in the studio, which the guy had booked out for 14 hours. This is because he had an artist in there, in which he planned would actually do his job and make some songs. But 10 hours into the session, the was clearly too cooked and had made nothing. So Lancey was like, what the hell is this? How have you done nothing in 10 hours? I just dropship and I can do better than that. So he actually did do better than that. He hopped on YouTube and looked up some random type beats and made 3 songs in 4 hours, straight freestyles off the dome. First time he ever made music.
Oh, yeah.
That day, he pulled up the songs he made, and he was...
Niggas don't know the story. On God, niggas don't know the story.
Just amazed at what he created. Like, he had never rapped before, and to make what he made was just shocking to him. One of the songs he created that day was called Black Flowers, and it's actually a really good song. His voice sounds like he was born to make music.
Black flower, baby girl, black flower. Can I have you in the morning for?
I mean, like, voice needed some development, but the talent was definitely there. After that day, a switch flipped for Lancey. He found his true calling after all. Music. Lancey was set on the fact that he needed to make more music.
You look like you be macking on little kids. 03. What? That was random as fuck. What? Where did that... What? I feel like you... you know what? Yeah, you know what?
But how? Lancey would end up speaking to the engineer at the studio. He said he wanted to give music an actual try, because he really thought he could do something with this. To his surprise, the engineer was down to continue to help him, but it wasn't going to be free. The cheapest the engineer could do was going to be $25 an hour, and he would get him in the studio. But, as we discussed, Lancey was only 17 or 18 at the time. He just got kicked out of college. He really had no money. So how is he...
Yo, bro. What?
Going to afford to get back in the studio? Lancey knew he could make money using some methods we will not talk about, but it wasn't going to be for long enough, because when artists book out the studio, they book it for a good portion of the day, because to make a good song you need time. Well, that's what we thought. Lancey worked and pulled together what he had. He could only afford the studio for 2 hours at a time. For most artists, that's not long enough at all. At best, you're making one song, at best. But Lancey was determined. He was set on making this work.
All my diamonds hit.
When he got to the studio, he realized he really did have a talent. Lancey could go off the dome and create every aspect to a catchy song in under 1 hour. When he got in the studio, something would just happen inside of him, and he would create a catchy song in like 40 minutes. This was absurd, but so needed, as we discussed, because Lancey couldn't afford to be in the studio for long. 5 months would pass. Everything was going great for Lancey. He loved making music. He loved it so much, in fact, he couldn't be away from it. If he wasn't in the studio, he would hop on his laptop on GarageBand and try to make track. Lancey had made so many songs and they were being received really well. So much, in fact, he had the opportunity to perform for the first time at Visions in London, but one event was about to send everything crumbling. 1 a.m. in London, probably 20 hours before Lancey's first show, he would get arrested. Lancey was sitting in his cell, on the verge of missing his first show, reflecting on everything that had happened.
That nigga got some fat ass lips. Oh my god. Damn.
Happened to him since he got kicked out of college, and just how much he loved making music. But now he's in this situation that could end it all. But luckily, Lancey was let out that day with bail conditions. He gets home, his mom was waiting. Usually she would scream at Lancey growing up because he didn't give a fuck as a kid. But this time it was different. Lancey's mom was quiet and calm. She told
I'd kiss on those lips. And this is the shit I be talking about, O3. And this is the shit I be talking about, bro. You know that I'm posting this on YouTube, so why do you say shit like that? Why you gotta bring that gay shit here, bro? Like, for real, bro. Like, you ain't even gotta say all that, bro. You ain't even gotta say all that, for real, bro. Yo, what? Like, are you gay? Like, be honest with you. Be honest. Like, before I even unpause the video, like, be honest. Are you, like, gay, bro? Like, nothing wrong with being gay, obviously, but, like... I didn't mean to press your shit like that, my fault. You ain't deserve that. You know what? Let's just forget about it. Let's just forget about it.
his life growing up was all over the place. He never really was normal. He was always in trouble, and
Oh my god, let me guess. He was a popular loner. Oh, I fucked Suzuki. I fuck with those motorcycles. Yo, I'm starting to get in my motorcycle arc. I'm fucking with. Yeah, I think I want to like ride a motorcycle or like, you feel me, work to get a motorcycle. I feel like that's a cool way to, you know, end your life.
you would never know what he was doing. This way of life inspired Lancey's first tape, Pink, in September 2015. This stands for Probably I'll Never Know. It is really different and all over the place. It's very synth heavy.
And I'm gonna be like, damn, Cardi, I didn't even know you would like that for real. Maybe we should, let's take a little ride together, and I could join Opium, hop on the feature or some shit like that. They like that. I think that's like a. Never mind, bro. That's never gonna happen. So why?
It was a sound no one really heard before.
I got the keys to your heart. You search the screams in my past. I want you now forever.
But
okay, that's
there was
a little
an
better.
issue. It was too all over the place. It lacked polish. Due to this, it didn't make any waves, with songs sitting around 20,000 plays. But 2 weeks after the album was released, Lancey would drop a single, which would shift his career. Lancey would drop About It, which was his first big single. It's sitting at 400,000 plays on YouTube, and it was the first time you saw some real numbers doing music. It made some big waves in the UK at the time. This was a massive confidence boost for Lancey, as it really showed he could really make
Niggas in UK?
it in music. People actually did want to hear what he had to say. But unfortunately, it wouldn't put Lancey in the spot he wanted to be in. This one-off big single wasn't going to be enough to make a career out of it. If Lancey was going to make a career out of music, he was going to need to make some changes. This sound was okay, but the potential was limited, so Lancey went to work. Lancey would spend the next 3 years completely reconstructing his music. His plan was to invent a completely different sound. A sound so different that you had to pay attention, but at the same time tell a story, not only through his lyrics, but through the song's production. Balancing these two things was tough, but eventually, in March 2018, Lancey got there. Lancey would drop Too Far Alive. This album was insane. It was the first time anyone has ever heard it. Was so hard to describe at the time. It was like cloud rap with aggressive synths, fun flows, and a ton of auto-tune.
I'm trying to imagine myself out of the street. I had a big crowd and I had a
If I had to pin it on an artist at the time, I would say it was probably closest to Young Thug, but at the time it was something completely different. The album was definitely a good project, super experimental, but what this album did was this album would create a ripple effect that was about to change Lancey's life. Skepta at the time, which we all know is a massive artist, would begin to take note of the moves Lancey was making at the time. This led to...
Yeah, I don't really bump Skepta like that, but I know he's an OG in the UK. He's an OG. I respect him. So I think he has a collab with ASAP. I forgot what song it is, but I respect him.
Skepta, DM.
Okay, bye.